consider when transitioning from relaxed to natural hair is one, it's going to be a process. So you have to take on some patience right away. I mean, it's so important that you are aware of the fact that it could take a year to get where you want to get to. It could take 5 years to get to the goals you want to get to as far as your hair. So with that, patience is very important. You could cry. You could break down in the middle of Target or Food Line crying like my mom did. When she went natural, a week later, she set out for the Food Line. I was like, I can't go in the store. I mean, those are different emotions that come with you changing the way you look, because natural allows us to find our space comfortably and be our true selves. That process is not pretty. That process can be very emotional and dramatic. So that's just something to consider, and to already have that in the back of your mind so you know that, okay, this could take a minute before we get to where we want to get to. One thing I don't think a lot of people realize is that after years of wearing a relaxer, now your scalp has been conditioned to take on a chemical, and that chemical has broken down that skin. Now, our bodies are made to heal itself. God made us just like the earth. We can rejuvenate. So that process from not chemical to non-chemical and getting an entirely new head of a new scalp takes about a year. So your curl pattern is going to change over that time. What you see when you first come from that relaxer is not going to be what you see in a year from then. Your texture, like what the actual hair feels like, is going to change. Your scalp itself is going to change. It may start off very dry, which is what I see the most, because you're going from a chemical being put on that scalp on a regular basis to now nothing being put on that scalp but oils and different things that are better for the scalp anyway. So your scalp has to heal from that, and that process takes some time. I always talk about my number one rule is water. My number two rule is touch your hair. You have to touch your hair. A lot of people, even relaxed or natural, and I mean, once they wrap that thing up at night, that's about all you getting is a comb through, and that's it. They not feeling and touching their hair and getting to know what your hair feels like. I know about where every lump in my lock is, where the small locks are, where the big locks are, because those things are important when you get to know yourself. If God knows every strand of hair on our head, why wouldn't we get to know every strand of hair on our head? And it walks with us every day. So that's very important, to touch your hair. Just look in the mirror and just rub through your hair, curl it up. I mean, you don't even have to be doing anything major to it. Just twist it up, whatever you decide to do. And just have fun with it. I mean, if you don't get to know your hair, then you're going to be quick to want to change it back to a relaxer.